Previously on lonelygirl15.
This just in. Life on the run. Boring. Back in the community, we use the saying op aphid. It's an acronym to guide our interactions with strangers.
I can't say for sure, but I suspect you and Daniel are being followed. I saw someone in your last video. Apparently this symbol is used to identify someone who's called a watcher.
Hey, what's up? My name is Jonas. Like the Weezer song?
What?
Come here. Look, it's the same guy.
Oh, come on.
Hey, listen, Bree, Daniel, what are you guys doing? You know, you're living in an abandoned building and you're eating garbage. I just think it's ridiculous that you guys are suffering when you could be here with me.
Who is this Jonas guy? I don't trust him.
Has he given you any reason to trust him? I mean, other than that ridiculous sailing story, I don't know, I just think Daniel's right.
I'm not going!
What?
I don't care about a stupid test, I don't care about a stupid house of money. Go home.
Daniel, you can't go home. You can't just leave me.
Gemma. God. Didn't see that one coming. Turns out that she's working for the Order, doesn't even live in London.
We'll put the camera in my room? You have nothing.
I woke up this morning and went to check on Bree, and she was gone.
My dad wasn't my real dad.
No, I heard you in London. Check it out. I have new friends.
Who is this guy?
I'm not sure what we're doing here is right. Tying Jonas up, it's just ridiculous. I only went along with it because I've never seen Bree so upset.
And now on the season finale of lonelygirl15.
But I think Bree's jumping the gun here. I mean, it's Jonas. It's not like Gemma and her whole posh spice bit. We've been living with him now for the past 2 months, and most days I've been around him like 24/7. That doesn't make him automatically innocent, but I think we should at least calm down enough to take a look at the facts and try and make sense of things before we... I understand the whole symbol thing, but Jonas says he has no idea what it even means. He says it's been there as long as he can remember. Keep telling her it's circumstantial evidence, which you would think she would understand, but she keeps giving me dirty looks. I'm afraid she's gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna try talking to Jonas one-on-one. Hopefully they'll clear things out.
Daniel, this is not Reservoir Dogs, buddy. Get that out of my face.
Come on, man, I'm trying to do it the easy way, okay?
This is not the easy way, man!
This is the easier way, believe me!
This is not the easy way!
Gotta calm down, I don't want Bree to come in here, okay?
Do you really think that I have something to do with this, man? I mean, come on, seriously.
No, I don't think so.
Have you and Bree lost your minds? I mean, just please untie me.
I can't right now, okay?
I would have never done this to you.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to put you in any pain, I don't want to put you in any of this. You gotta admit, it's weird that you have a symbol of the Order in your house. If it doesn't have anything to do with you or your parents, then what the hell is it doing out there?
I don't know. Daniel.
What's it in your house?
I don't know. Look, my parents did a lot of weird stuff. They always were traveling. They were always on their boat. They were always all over the world. And I didn't keep tabs, dude. But if my parents were in the Order, then wouldn't I have been raised like Bree? Don't you think I would have been raised like Bree? They let me do whatever I wanted. You're a bitch. Let me ask you this, Daniel.
What's up, man?
Is this because of the hike?
What?
Maybe you just did all this to get me out of the way so you got Bree all to yourself.
Oh my, you're crazy!
You know what? I don't think that's so crazy. So where's this go from here, Daniel? What, you gonna kill me?
What? No.
That wasn't very reassuring. Danny, this is going too far, man. What do I have to do to prove it to you? I've taken you people into my house, I've given you everything, and this is how you treat me. You don't trust me.
I'm not trying to treat you badly. I'm not trying to do any of that to you, just...
You're not?
No! Just shut up!
Daniel, untie me right now. This is ridiculous. It's going far enough!
I'm sorry.
Daniel, untie me right now!
I can't just let you go.
Shut up, dude.
So I came in here trying to be your friend and figuring things out.
I'm done with you.
Relax. I'm on your side.
Daniel!
Clearly we see Daniel emotionally struggling with Bree's decision to hogtie Jonas, but at the same time leaving himself open to the possibility that his friend could have betrayed them. Bree, on the other hand, seems certain that Jonas was just another plant by the Order to get at her and Daniel. She seriously contemplates making a break for it and leaving Jonas for dead. In the next upload, we find out that Jonas has escaped. Bree and Daniel begin to track his footprints outside of the cabin and go in pursuit, fearful that Jonas might want to enact revenge. Daniel laments his choice to leave Jonas tied up, while Bree continues to insist that he has betrayed them. When we next hear from Daniel, we learn just how Jonas got loose.
After our little argument, and I left, and then I felt so terrible. I went back in and I just loosened his binds a little bit. But I made him promise that he wasn't going to do anything. Next thing I knew, Bree's yelling at me to come downstairs. And I run down. I thought I was doing him a favor, but he's not here now. I don't know if he left because he's scared of us, or if he left and we should be scared of him. I think we should give him till the morning. If he doesn't come back and we don't figure it out, we're leaving, we're walking. And that's it.
Immediately after, Jonas posts a video trying to assure the audience that he is not a traitor and that he is hell-bent on proving that to Bree. He commences to break into his own house in order to find some old documents that he believes will exonerate him. In the process, he is caught by Daniel, but nevertheless, Jonas manages to convince the other two of his innocence. He is adamant that he knows nothing about the Watcher symbol that was found inside his parents' cabin. The trio tentatively reconcile, although Jonas remains extremely angry at Bree and refuses to acknowledge her. They hit the road and begin to make their way to Jonas's Aunt Alex's place, since many of his parents' information regarding some kind of foundation they organize is stored. Jonas believes that his aunt may hold the answers to what exactly his parents knew about the order.
Pretty detailed. And your dad was really onto something. It makes sense that they adopted that symbol, being critical of the order and all. It's associated with textual criticism and identifying and removing errors from text. Jonas, where are we going?
We are going to my aunt's house. I think that a lot of my parents' financial information and all this stuff about the foundation they set up is up there somewhere. And it's safe. For now.
Next, Bria elaborates on what exactly Jonas used to convince her and Daniel of his innocence.
After Jonas broke in to his own cabin, he showed us a box of these files that were proof that not only was he not a member of the order, his parents were actually in a movement against it. Kind of like the French Resistance or something.
After the trio arrive at Alex's place, Jonas informs us that she is in fact out of town on a photojournalism assignment. After taking some time for himself down by the beach, Daniel returns to find that Jonas has sliced his hand open with a screwdriver trying to break into his aunt's office. After pleading to be taken to the hospital, Bree cites a compromise, taking him to a vet instead, and somehow this works, which is ridiculous. Chalk this up to a piece of really lazy writing because, let's face it, what vet in their right mind would accept a man coming in off the streets with a cut open hand and not immediately call either the police or an ambulance, rendering Bree's plan to not get caught by the order completely ineffective? But suspension of disbelief, I suppose. Or rather, large suspension of disbelief. But let's get back to the story.
Man, yesterday, kind of embarrassing, but I think I was just venting about a lot of other stuff. Well, hooray for painkillers, huh? Actually, I've been kind of taking it easy on the painkillers because I'm trying to make sense of a lot of stuff, and I haven't really slept either. So I've been going through my aunt's office and looking through some of this stuff. I wish my aunt was here, actually. I miss her. I haven't seen her since I was like 13. Things got kind of awkward after my parents were gone. You know, I think that she just didn't know what to say. And I mean, really, what do you say? Well, the good news is that things are starting to come together. I found this scrapbook, and it's filled with articles about my parents. There's stuff in here about the foundation they were starting, stuff about, well, when their boat went missing, and then there's one article about when the search was called off. But the thing is that the stuff about my parents is just scratching the surface. I mean, that's just the beginning. There are articles in here about all these other people, and I know this is going to sound a little out there, but hang with me for a second. Check this out. Articles in here about a human rights lawyer, an economics professor, a rabbi, an ambassador, publishing errors. some guy that owned a radio station, regenerative medical specialist. Sounds important. There's even a former CIA director in here. But I realized something. The initials that were CC'd on the mission statement that my father wrote, every pair matches somebody's name found in this scrapbook, apparently. And along with that is also an article about each and every one of their deaths or disappearances under mysterious circumstances. Coincidence? I don't think so. Well, I don't know. Whatever my parents and their friends were doing against the order, somebody noticed. Thank God my aunt was smart enough to compile the evidence and put it in the scrapbook. And I know what you might be thinking, that, well, you know, why didn't my aunt do anything? But, I mean, she wasn't much older than me at that time, and everyone she knew, or my parents, everyone was disappearing. She's probably scared. I would have been, too. Anyway, side note, I think with me and Bree, we just need our space before things are going to go back to normal. If it ever does. I'm going to go upload this video, and I'm going to try to get in touch with my aunt. So, see ya.
Next, we find the boys driving towards the airport to pick up Alex. Along the way, we learn that Bree has gone with Tachyon to undergo special high-intensity mental and physical conditioning that Tachyon says will aid Bree in case she is ever captured by the Order. After 2 weeks of silence, Bree finally uploads a video detailing her training at one of Tachyon's camps. Here we see further development of her character as she tells us that she has come to a place of peace regarding burying her past. Her act of giving up her stuffed animals symbolizes her readiness to move on to a place of losing her innocence, getting a sense that she doesn't need the imaginary emotional support of inanimate objects to help her cope. She has found the strength of will inside herself to no longer fear the crazed doomsday cult, and even praises her experiences dealing with them, as she feels it has helped her grow as a person and find new purpose. Back with Jonas and Daniel, we see that the latter is becoming quite smitten with Alex as he quizzes her about her work in photography and the fashion industry, and all this despite Jonas's irritation about Daniel trying to hit on his aunt. After noticing something disturbing in a video uploaded by Daniel of the boys attending a party attended by Alex and some of her clients, Bree promptly leaves Tachyon's camp to make it back to her friends.
Bad news, guys. You've got to get out of there. I don't know if you noticed this or not, so I'm gonna show you. Isn't that Lucy in the picture? Also, Tachyon thinks that scrapbook could mean something else. She thinks that Alex might have had something to do with those disappearances. She suspects that Alex might have been a part of the resistance at some point, but then betrayed them. I don't know. I need to get back there and help you guys. I feel bad that you're all alone in this. Daniel, whatever you do, just stop flirting with this woman. Don't go out on any dates with her, and look, I'm sorry. I know that you like her, but this is serious. I know there's a lot to process. I'm gonna get my stuff and go, even if it does piss off Tachyon. I know that you guys will do what's best. I'm gonna pack my stuff today and leave and meet up with you guys. Good luck and be safe.
After Jonas hears the information that Bree and Tachyon have unearthed about Alex, he storms in and accuses her of lying to him and his friends. Jonas then urges Daniel to leave with him, but not believing Jonas's accusations, Daniel returns to the house to get Alex's side of the story, only to be hit with a shocking revelation.
This is a message for your little friend. Jonas, you're very perceptive, not unlike your parents. Smart boy. Because you're smart, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I couldn't have killed your parents, because they're still alive. I think that you should be less concerned about me and more concerned about what will almost certainly come after me. There are elements within the Order that will stop at nothing to reclaim your cute little friend. As for your parents, they're happy. Who's to say they even remember you? They've been busy and so much time has passed.
After the boys and Bree regroup, they decide to put as much distance between themselves and Alex as possible. Along the way, they decide to do some sightseeing and end up in Las Vegas of all places. While having fun exploring the city, Jonas finally decides to forgive Bree and the two reconcile. A short time later, the trio spot a pair of suspicious men following them and deduce that they must be watchers sent by the Order. They try to evade the men, but are ambushed at their hotel room and are captured.
What would you do if someone took away your memories? What would you be willing to do to get them back? What if everything you ever believed in turned out to be a lie? What would you do when you finally learned the truth? And what if the people you trusted the most were the ones responsible? With all due respect to my former associates, you should have killed me when you had the chance.
The same day that the trio are captured in Las Vegas, Op-Aphid uploads a cryptic and shocking video that seems to highlight a very important point. For an unknown reason, Op-Aphid seemingly indicates that she may be permanently severing her ties with the Order, even going so far as to issue a soft threat against the organization. What this exactly means and how Op-Aphid came to this decision is unclear. Meanwhile, inside a closed-off bunker of unknown location, we see that the kidnapped trio is being subjected to a battery of psychological torture methods with the aims of forcing Bree to participate in the ceremony. After 3 days, and quite literally without explanation, the viewers witness the trio running in the desert, a contingent of watchers chasing them. One of the shadowy operatives is shot dead by an unknown assailant, allowing Bree, Jonas, and Daniel to escape on foot. Just how the three managed to escape the bunker is unknown. Daniel uploads a video updating the audience. He states that he and his friends hightailed it out of Nevada as fast as they could, and that they have no memory of being captured or their ordeal in the bunker. They are as mystified as anyone else on just how they managed to escape. Out of options, they decide they have little choice but to seek out Alex once again to try to get some answers. They are quite aware of the danger, but feel that they have to risk it.
We are beat. Alex decided she'd had enough of driving for one night, so she stopped here. It's a fancy schmancy hotel.
That and Bree's been talking about using the ladies' room for the last 2 hours.
I don't think it's smart for us to actually stay in the same hotel.
Why?
Because, dude, it'd be safer to stay in the car.
I'm tired.
And we can also watch Alex's car, man.
Well, you want to sleep in the car?
Yeah, dude.
After several days of stalking Alex, trying to decide on how to confront her, Bree details on how her mother was the one who first introduced both Bree and her father to the bizarre cultish religion that would lead them headfirst into the Order. Here we learn the name of the supposed theosophical religion that Bree had practiced her entire life. They are known as the Hymn of One, and they function as the front-running recruitment branch of the Order.
Let out all the sadness and anger. Undo the damage to your very special verse. Erase the negative notes. Sing you. Transition you. Omit the past. Never look back. Everything can be yours when you sing the eternal Hymn of One.
The trio follow Alex all the way down to Mexico and stake out across from a villa she seems to own close to the border. Daniel decides to break in and captures Alex engaged in an emotional phone call in which she seems to question her actions regarding her nephew.
Oh, because I do care, because it's a violation of free will, and you know, no one will set them for you. But why you wouldn't do anything? Incredibly upsetting, right? I don't like why it goes against me. Because he's my nephew.
After Bree views the footage that Daniel obtained concerning Alex's phone call, she convinces the boys to finally confront her about what she did.
How did...
Just stop.
How did you...
Just stop. How could you do that? And I'm not even talking about... I'm not even talking about what you did to me personally. The fact that you even used me in the beginning was just hard enough. You made me feel like a complete waste of time, like I'm a nobody. And I swore to God that we... Whatever, I didn't even know you that long. It's fine.
Daniel, I'm sorry.
No, you're not. That's the problem.
Yes, I...
You used me
I'm
last time.
sorry.
How am I supposed to believe you now? It's endangered.
You're
The fact that I'm even in here. I'm sorry.
You don't understand what it's like for me, okay? Neither of you, so...
I don't think you even understand what it was like for us.
I just found out about that and I'm very sorry. I am not happy about it. I did not know about that. I didn't know it was going to happen.
Now what?
At this point, the audience is introduced to the character of Taylor. We find out that Taylor has been following the adventures of Bree, Daniel, and Jonas and has become a big fan of the lonelygirl15 account. Taylor is your run-of-the-mill teenage girl whose life revolves around soccer, family, and her best friend Samantha. She is upbeat, bubbly, and says that she sees a lot of herself in Bree. Jonas uploads a video updating us on where the trio is in regards with their confrontation of Alex. Jonas says that he and his aunt aggressively had it out and came to a semi-understanding of each other. He also gives more back history concerning his family and just exactly how Alex is connected with the Order.
Okay, so I just had a little heart-to-heart with my aunt out on the beach. I know what you're thinking. Not supposed to trust the bad guys. She's a bad guy, not supposed to trust her. But, you know, it's either that or, well, you know Bree's preferred methods. Alright, the thing is that Alex is my dad's little sister. Well, technically half-sister, but whatever. And it all started when my grandfather got divorced and he married this much, much younger woman. Alex's mom was, how do I phrase this delicately? A total whack job. Can I say that? Is that mean? But she was, and she was one of these new age fruity types, and I remember she was always talking about Jonas, the free will of man, and meridian lines. Meridian lines? That's like geography. I get that, but I don't know what it has to do with the human soul. Anyway, my dad said and thought that she was full of, how do you say it in Spanish? Caca? When in Mexico. So Alex and my dad, they became actually pretty close because until she came around, my dad never had a sister. She was just at our house constantly. I mean, she did everything with us, just like part of the family. She'd go sailing with us. I mean, everything. You name it, she was there. I think it caused a little conflict with Alex's mom because she was the jealous type. And, I mean, it got to the point where she wasn't even allowed to come over to our house anymore. There's more to the story. During my reconciliation with Alex out on the beach, she gave me a little more information. Her mom's religion, same as Bree's mom's religion. Same thing. And after the car accident, the Order contacted Alex and they used her basically. They took advantage of her grief and convinced her that my dad had something to do with her mom's death. So Alex said that the Order would help her out once in a while. They kind of hooked her up with a job in the fashion line, promotions, the whole deal. I guess when they found out that we were going her way, they called in some favors.
They told her exactly what to say in that little speech she gave. I don't even think she knew what she was doing. She was just doing what they told her. She was pretty broken up. I mean, she was visibly distraught, and I don't think you can pretend. My parents still alive? I hope so. Alex thinks they are. She feels so bad about what happened that she said that she will do anything she can to help us find out.
In the next video, we find that Daniel has once again become enamored with Alex, thinking that all has been forgiven concerning her actions against the trio. All this much to the chagrin of Jonas. While Daniel and Alex become reacquainted on the beach, Jonas and Bree set off on their own excursion of Cancun and begin their own intimate bonding, which could be the budding of a potential new romantic dimension in their relationship. On yet another trip to a southern Mexican beach, the trio are ambushed by a group of operatives that seem to have been signaled by Alex. The entire scenario was a charade orchestrated by Jonas's aunt in order to gain the threesome's trust.
Let's go eat. I'm hungry.
Me too.
Got it?
Oh my god.
Bree, run! Run to the beach!
Set us up!
No, I.
Is this you? Did you do this?
No. Jonas,
You are unbelievable! You are unbelievable!
I don't have a choice.
Who are you?
I don't have a choice, all right? I still have to do. They're not here for you anyway. They're here for me. I have one more.
Stand this!
Whoa.
Jesus Christ! What are you doing?
Get away from me right now! Get away from me!
Get it away!
Get away from me!
No!
Go over there! Go with your
I
people!
can't leave yet.
Shut up! I don't want to hear it.
They're here for me. They don't need you anymore, Bree. They have
You mean
another
they're here
girl.
for you? Get in the car! Let's go. Dude, put the gun down, let's just go! What the hell is going on? Where'd you even get that thing?
Never mind.
What do you mean, never mind? We're in Mexico and you have a gun!
It's a good thing I had it.
Jonas addresses the viewers and apologizes for acting irrational. He also explains the gun he was brandishing was his father's and that he decided to bring it along for protection. After his aunt's second betrayal, Jonas has completely disavowed her. Seeing no other choice, the trio decide to head to a secret location indicated by some of the sealed documents belonging to Jonas's parents. As he ends the video, Jonas informs us that since the incident, Daniel has developed a serious drinking problem. When Bree next uploads, the three have arrived at the secret bunker, and we learn that it had been set up by the foundational resistance set up by Jonas's parents, as well as many others. Bree also shares a new discovery about a potential new target in the Order's crosshairs.
Did you see Nikki Bauer's latest video? I know. It's crazy. Alex had said that there's another girl now, and Nikki thinks that she's found this girl. She's video blogging, just like I did. Why is that special? I think that she has something to do with the Order. You know, you'd think that maybe, just maybe, the Order would crack down on webcams. Idiots. This is the girl. I'm really not sure if it's her. I mean, she's about the right age, like 15. She's not quite Miss Dorkopoulos like me, but, you know, she'll do, I guess. It's hard for me to see another girl in the same position that I was in, you know, after everything that happened with my dad and my mom.
As Daniel's drinking problem escalates, Jonas reaches his boiling point and he decides to confront his friend, after which the two come to verbal blows.
Turn that thing off.
Nah.
Turn it off.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it.
Turn it off, man! Why do you always have to film me when I'm drunk?
Because I want you to see what you're like when you've been drinking. And this is the only way I can do that.
I know what I'm like. I'm drunk.
You've been drinking a lot lately. I think you have a problem.
No, I don't. Dude, I'm fine. You know, what the hell's a big deal anyways? So I like to drink, like, a little. I mean, big whoop-de-doo.
A little? Dude, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You're passed out on the floor.
Cool, alright,
You know what?
I know. You know what, dude? You were so much cooler before you got your little PhD in everyone else's problems.
Good one. Burn.
Yeah.
Listen, you were a lot cooler before you were sloppy drunk every day.
Dude.
What it has to do with, Daniel, listen to me right now. What it has to do with is that it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I come in here and you're passed out drunk on the floor again, and look.
What do you want to do?
I know this place sucks, man. I know it sucks. I want to be drunk and passed out too.
Oh, come on, man. I got one right here for you.
No, you know what? Because we have a lot to do.
It's all crap. I don't buy it for a single second. That little fake smile you put on, and that if anybody here is acting like a normal, well-adjusted human being, it's me. I'm not lying about anything. I'm being honest. This does suck. And there is nothing to do right now. There's nothing. Look where we are. Whatever, dude. You know what, man? What do you want me to say to you? If you want me to tell you I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm not more like you. I'm sorry I can't wake up and go work out just to work on my problems. I'm sorry that I'm not this good-looking guy that can have seconds she sees him and forget about her best friend and just forget and move past it. And then when I finally find someone else that's kind of real to me, and I'm sorry that she was fake too. Whatever, I'm sorry I'm not more like you. You're cool, I consider you a friend, but stay out of my face. Unless you want to join me, get the hell out.
Now let's go over what we just witnessed, as we think it highlights an important assessment of both of these characters' differing life philosophies. From the surface, it seems like Jonas is the eternal optimist, trying to keep a positive and upbeat attitude, trying to show Daniel the error of his ways. But from the other side, we see Daniel's perspective, and his views may shed light on the situation as we haven't seen it before. Daniel seems to be a fatalist in this scenario, choosing to see his actions not of a broken and backwards individual as Jonas says, but from the perspective of abject honesty. Daniel accuses Jonas of being a perpetual fake, telling him that his outward expressions are a mere falsehood and are nothing more than a put-on to make himself seem much stronger than he actually is. Daniel accepts the hopelessness of the trio's situation rather than running from it. He has come to a place of acknowledging the Order's near invincibility and that his and his friend's plight is almost pointless. His drinking is just a way for him to cope with the harsh truth. So whose perspective is more the likely outcome here? It may surprise you to find that Daniel may be the more honest of the two in this particular confrontation. Evidence is built up that it may not just be Daniel who feels the way that he does. In the previous video, Jonas even admits to putting on a front for the camera, but even though he admits being fake, he justifies it under the guise of trying to keep a semblance of hope alive. He reasons that even in the face of overwhelming odds, if we as people don't have hope, then what's the point of even going on?
I just can't. I can't believe these people. I mean, they have cameras everywhere. They're in our cars and they're in our homes. It's just, I mean, it's so scary and overwhelming at the same time. I'm just tired of fighting them. After what happened with my father, all I wanted to do was fight them. But now, how do you fight an enemy with these kind of resources?
Then we come to Bree, when she offered to trade herself for Daniel when the Order had abducted him from the bowling alley. She freely admits that the organization was vast, with almost unimaginable resources to call upon. How could 3 teenagers like themselves even hope to make a dent? Needless to say, it's an interesting dynamic playing out between the 3. Daniel adopting a more fatalist mentality, while Jonas and Bree choose to have optimistic hope, no matter how futile the endeavor might be. As the series plays on, we will see which philosophy will prevail in the minds of our characters, as perspectives will no doubt shift. But it does raise thought-provoking questions amongst we the audience. How would you react in such a situation? Are you a fatalist or are you more of an optimist? Let us know down in the comments below. Coming back to Bree, she reports that Daniel may indeed be starting to turn over a new leaf. While speaking to Jonas, and in order to help Daniel to break his alcoholism, she is in favor of filming him while he's in his worst states of inebriation, and post the videos in a tactic she calls embarrassed straight as opposed to scared straight. Bree has also come up with a new lead concerning Julia, the new girl Bree suspects that the Order might be after. Julia seems to be posting telling excerpts on an old MySpace page, but as of now, Bree has nothing conclusive. When she next uploads, Bree tells us that Daniel continues to improve and that he and Jonas are now fixated on figuring out who exactly kidnapped them back in Vegas, as they suspect there is more under the surface. She also goes into deeper detail concerning the Hymn of One.
I want to talk a little bit about the Hymn of One. I really think that there is a bit of confusion around it. First of all, read my lips. It is not a legitimate religion. A legitimate religion, in my mind, is beliefs that center around a higher purpose or meaning. And the dangerous thing about the Hymn of One is that it masquerades as a real religion, but its true purpose is the exact opposite. For example, they talk about free will a lot. Truthfully, it's just another way for them to make you feel empowered when, in fact, they're actually getting you to do exactly what they want you to do.
Daniel next comes at us letting us know his progress on his sobriety and a little bit about why he started hitting the bottle so hard.
Alright, so this is gonna come as a shock to a lot of you guys, but, well, 3 days sober. I really hit rock bottom with the whole drinking thing last week. Jonas showed me that video and I was pretty disgusted. I think one of the reasons I was abusing alcohol so much is because I was just angry all the time, and I was trying to figure out who I was angry at. The first person I came up with was Alex, and she sucks. But you know who sucks more than her? The Order.
Afterwards, we see that the boys are undergoing experimental hypnosis in an attempt to try and retrieve their lost memories concerning their Vegas abduction. Taylor next chimes in with potential information about Julia, the girl that Bree has been desperately trying to contact.
Hey everyone. You know that girl Julie who's been posting videos for a while? She's the one that Bree's been talking about, the one that might be preparing for the ceremony. Well, she looked really familiar to me for some reason. Last night, I was really bored, so I went back and I watched a bunch of her videos. This is gonna sound really weird, but I think I know her. I wasn't sure because she looks really different and it took me a while to place the face, but I'm pretty sure my soccer team played hers last year. Her hair was a lot shorter than like boy short. I'm pretty sure her name was Julie. You know, the more I think about it, the more I'm certain it's the same girl. Her parents pulled her out of soccer because they said she was too busy with schoolwork for extracurricular activities. Anyway, Bree said to send information if we had anything, so this is me sending information. I'll see what else I can find out, but you can message me if you want. Okay, bye.
Bree seems enthusiastic about Taylor's information and suspects that Julia, as well as her family, may very well be part of the Hymn of One. Bree then explains that there is a strict hierarchy within the Order, with the Prophets of Dendera being at the very top. Each succeeding rung seek to keep the faction below it in the dark, so that only the Prophets of Dendera know all that is going on. Bree also comments on Op-Aphid's latest strange video, which Bree suspects may hint of a mass defection within the powerful cult. Op-Aphid, as well as a large contingent of watchers, could be at the forefront of a shadow uprising, and that a civil war within the Order could very well be imminent. When Jonas uploads next, the boys come back with the results of their hypnosis and sleep experiments.
Okay, so Daniel and we've been working on this problem all week, and you know what we came up with? What did we come up with? Oh yeah, nothing. Alright, you know what? We need to think about this scientifically. So what do you do when you think scientifically? You hypothesize, you experiment,
It's true.
and then conclude. I need a lab coat.
Right.
We should get a lab coat. Okay, what was your experiment?
We went to sleep.
Right. Conclusion?
I had dreams, and bathtub faucets are harder than the human head.
Yeah. Okay, inconclusive, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Right.
After Julia makes several posts directly referring to the Hymn of One and confirming her involvement within the cult, the trio make contact with Taylor and arrange to meet up with her outside her small Texas town to try and get a better fix on Julia. After getting lost, the threesome spend a night in a motel. Taylor emails Bree with directions to her exact locations, and the crew drive off to meet up with her.
What do we do?
Turn off the camera.
Do what she says. Just
Turn off the camera.
We now have our introduction to the fifth major player, and besides Jonas, will be one of the longest lasting characters in the LG-15 universe. I am of course referring to Taylor's older sister Sarah, who will become the suspicious, sassy, and headstrong voice of the group. Sarah also happens to be your narrator's favorite character in the lonelygirl15 saga, if not for anything else, then certainly for her outward aesthetic charms. Using an old soccer team roster, the now 5-strong group managed to track down what they think is Julia's address. While scoping out the place, Sarah makes an invasive comment on how Jonas and Bree seem obviously smitten with each other, something Daniel doesn't seem to appreciate. While attempting to gain entry into the house, the group is scared off by activity inside.
So, our spirits were a little low, but we've had a break in the case. The last house we went to, yeah, definitely not Julia's.
Yeah, my bad.
So we've spent the better half of the day on Julia's MySpace page, and we've cracked the code.
She is going to be meeting with her tutor at 4 p.m. this afternoon.
I'm gonna go there and, I don't know, talk to her and try and convince her that I'm not crazy, but what she believes in is. And I know how hard it's gonna be, because if someone had done this to me, I would have thought they were crazy too.
Alright, so we are at Julia's tutor appointment at the school, and we're gonna try to catch up with her, and Bree's gonna try to talk to her. You nervous?
Yeah.
You want me to go with you?
I don't know.
No, I mean, we don't know what this girl's capable of. She could have flames that shoot out of her eyeballs or something crazy.
Oh great, now I'm freaked out.
That's her. I think that's her. Is that her? We'll go. What do we do? What do we do? Let's go. Let's go. Go.
Julia?
In the back.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I know. I'm not gonna hurt
She looks a
you.
little freaked out.
Look, I know that you're gonna do this ceremony. I know that you think it's the right thing to do, but
Go,
it's
Bree.
not. Okay, don't.
Listen to her.
Don't talk to me. No, Julia, listen, okay? I'm not crazy, okay? Look, just stop.
The hell?
Julia!
What the hell was that? What did she say?
She doesn't want to have it. I said she shouldn't do the ceremony, and she just said, I don't know you, leave me alone.
Great.
I can't, I couldn't do anything more. She was just,
Let's just get out of here.
she was scared.
Get out of here.
Okay.
After the incident outside Julia's school, the group followed the girl back to her actual residence. After casing her place, the trio execute an impulsive plan to talk sense into her into not going through with the ceremony. However, things don't go exactly to plan.
Get up!
Daniel, dude, right now. No, this is ridiculous. Put her back.
Stop!
Calm down. Listen to me. I know you're scared, and I'm not here to hurt you, I promise. I don't want to gag you. I just need you to be quiet and listen. What do you want to do?
I don't know, but I don't want to kidnap a little girl, man. In Texas, of all places.
Kidnapping.
They hang people here.
Dude, quit saying kidnapping. It's not kidnapping.
I know. It seems wrong, and legally it is a little bit wrong, but we are helping her in the long run.
This did not go as planned. I feel horrible. She hates us. I don't blame her because she's scared. Jonas is pissed. He's not on board. And I know Bree seems like she's cold and calculating, but she's right. I don't think you can understand it unless you've lived it.
I'm sorry. How's this gonna end well, Bree? How's this gonna end? With us in jail.
It's been a rough 24 hours. I assumed that once we got Julia back here and explained everything that maybe she'd come to her sentence, but not yet. In fact, she's even madder than ever.
Why do you think you're here?
I don't care. I want to go home.
After making what seemed like progress with Julia, Bree slightly loosens her ropes, which results in the girl making a break for the nearest exit, culminating in her escape. After searching in vain for hours, Jonas returns to the trio's motel room, while Daniel vows to keep on looking. While back at the motel, Bree and Jonas figure their next plan of action is to track down just where the next ceremony will take place. Jonas makes an update, informing the viewers that they have found Julia and that Bree is attempting to talk with her. He also vents his frustration at everything that has happened thus far.
I think at this point, the best thing for us to do is just to cut our losses and just go home. I really just want to go home. I guess what's changed for me is that now I know that there's a chance that my parents might still be alive. And it might be selfish, but I really just want to focus all my energy on that. Bree and Daniel, they've been really supportive and really cool about it. But you know what I mean, in my humble opinion, and this might sound bad, but I mean, we spent all of our time down here helping some girl who doesn't even want our help.
Daniel's next vlog relays a heart-wrenching update.
The order found us. I don't know how the hell it happened. My guess would be that she called him when she escaped. Tried to get away from him, drove all around. Ended up in this deserted area because we couldn't lose him, so we pulled over. Next thing you know, Julia pops out of the car, runs right over to him. There's nothing I could do. Bree, all of a sudden, finally decides she wants to talk to him. Starts walking over there. Jonas and I are kind of like, what are we going to do? They're sitting there, they're talking for a little bit, and I couldn't even hear them. I wish I could have, because I feel lost right now. Bree's just so different nowadays. It's hard to see that as a friend. I mean, she's acting as if Julia's life is more important than hers. Than all of ours, really. So anyway, I don't know what happened. I mean, one minute she's talking to them, the next minute she gets in the car and they take off.
Bree, what are you doing? Hey! Bree! Hey! Hey! Open the door! Open their door! Hey, get out of the car! Hey! Bree! Dude, get to the car! Do you have the keys? Get in the car! How did we let that happen?
Jonas and I are lost right now. Is Bree doing the ceremony? Are they both? Not really sure what to do. I'll let you know when I figure it out.
Jonas then makes a desperate plea for Bree to contact them, and confirming that without her, he and Daniel seem almost lost.
So what am I trying to say? Well, we came here with Bree to help her find Julia. And now she's gone. They're both gone. And for the first time in a while, I just feel lost. And I miss her. And for some reason, you know, I really feel like we got a lot closer in the last couple weeks. She opened up to me, told me about her family. I really think she was starting to like me, too. And what the hell, Bree? What the hell? Where are you? Why have you not tried to contact us? I mean, me and Dana, we're just here. We're just waiting, and we're tired, but we're here, and we're just waiting for some kind of sign from you that you're okay. So just don't let us down.
Using Taylor's computer hacking skills, the group managed to gain access to the county medical records. They discover that Julia, unlike Bree, was not adopted by her family. This indicates that Julia might not be the Order's next intended target as previously thought. Daniel goes undercover disguised as a physician and manages to steal Julia's records kept on file at a local hospital. Making a hasty escape after almost being apprehended by security, the group find that Julia seems to be trait negative, a phrase that will become important later on. At the top of many of the documents appears an odd figure 8 symbol that was present at Bree's parents' house and on the box of Epigen stolen by Daniel much earlier. 3 days go by with no word before Daniel posts an update to his own channel. Finding themselves running out of options back in Texas, they have returned to Jonas's place to regroup. What Jonas and he are experiencing reminds Daniel of how he felt when his grandmother passed away a few years earlier. Daniel explains that his grandmother had been the sole stabilizing force in his life and that without her, his home life spiraled down into acute dysfunction. He fears they may never get Bree back and that he could have lost his best friend. Back in Texas, Taylor relays how her situation with Sarah took a drastic 180.
Last week, things were actually cool with me, Mom, and Sarah. I guess it was the calm before the storm because it did not last long at all. Sarah can be so annoying sometimes. Last week we had a lot of fun making that video and she was nice to me for the entire week. Anyway, I don't know if any of you have been on the forum, but she snuck out to a party on Saturday. If that's not enough, she posted these really sleazy pictures on MySpace. My mom hasn't seen those yet, so I guess things could be a lot worse. All of this stuff is a lot to deal with right now. I feel like I need to decompress. I know why Sarah does all this stuff too. It's because she misses Dad. They always saw eye to eye. They got along like peas and carrots. A few months ago, my dad moved out. He and my mom had been having problems, so they decided to try a trial separation. Sarah blames my mom for making him leave. The only way she knows how to hurt my mom is to break her rules. And of course, I made the mistake of agreeing with my mom, and now Sarah hates me too.
Back with Daniel and Jonas, the boys have decided to try and find Alex once again, only to discover that her old house has been sold and that Alex herself has completely disappeared. Fresh out of Leeds, they stake out the old house that Alex had invited them during her elegant client party. They spot and recognize one of the partygoers, and Daniel questions her about Alex and the photo of Lucy located inside the house, only to glean very little. The woman apparently knows nothing of Alex's whereabouts and only says that she and Lucy had gone to school together. On one last hunch, they visit Lucy's old apartment, to which Daniel had previously broken into. Here too, they come up empty-handed, discovering that the apartment had been emptied and Lucy had herself dropped from sight. Bree makes an unexpected return, but not in the way anyone, least of all Daniel and Jonas, ever expected.
Have you, at any time in your life, been truly free? Ever wonder why you are here on this planet? Lend your verse to the hymn of one. Play the song of your soul. Heaven, eternity, refuse those empty promises. Find the oneness of our universal melody.
Reach out to the lyrics that lead to the true you.
I found my song. Do you know yours?
Attain what you have always felt was unattainable. You can sing the hymn of one. The Hymn of One is delighted to announce that we are now accepting applications for new brothers and sisters. Contact the Hymn of One and begin your path towards happiness and freedom from fear and insecurities.
Look, neither one of us really wants to be back here, but I don't think we have a choice. After seeing Bree's last video, she looked crazy, and those two people that were with her were definitely at that party we went to, remember? Oh yeah, and one more thing. Surprise! Sarah just got off a bus after 27 hours, and somehow she's looking her amazing self.
Get any closer and I will breathe on you.
Okay. Alright, so we parked up the street so that no one would see us, and we're gonna sneak into camp through this creek bed. Hey, look up there, dude. Go up there.
Here we are at the Camp Play location. Feels like a million years ago now, last time I was here.
After finding a note in Purple Monkey left by Bree's father, Daniel, Jonas, and Sarah decipher coordinates to something called Camp Play. They deduce that this camp is one of the many used by the Hymn of One to indoctrinate trait-positive individuals. Daniel recognizes the camp as one he himself visited when he filmed one of Bree's old plays. After scouring the camp, they find an odd-looking container under a log, but have to make a hasty exit as the camp isn't as deserted as it first appeared. Back at Jonas's, the boys open the odd container and make a few interesting discoveries.
Yeah, the mysterious box.
So the first thing we found was a letter from Bree's dad to Bree.
You gonna read it?
Yeah. Dear Bree, I'm so happy that you were able to find this box. Right now you're with Daniel, and I'm not sure when I'll be able to see you again. But I want you to know that I have faith that you will find your way. I've raised you to be the strong and independent person that you are. Follow your heart. Don't let others influence you with promises of inner peace and salvation. We both know that doesn't exist in the world of science. This box holds many more important secrets of the Hymn of One, you, and what lies ahead in your life. The letter actually says a few more things, but we're not ready to tell everyone what that is yet. Turns out there's actually a lot of stuff about ribozymes in this box. I didn't really know what they were, so I looked them up and printed out this article. The article basically says that ribozymes are like molecular scissors that cut RNA. It goes on and talks about how scientists seeking the origin of life have produced ribozymes that are actually capable of catalyzing their own synthesis. Translation? They somehow make life. As you can see, these are diagrams. So, this is the notebook, and it's filled with pages that all look like this.
Which look like Chinese to me.
Yeah. But Jonas and I read through this whole thing. It really is filled with a ton of notes from Bree's dad about his research and what he'd been doing to Bree. Apparently, Bree has a very high level of ribozymes, or something like that, which makes her trait positive. Does that make sense? This is why the Order wants her. This notebook also tells us that Bree's dad had been giving her shots of something to help lower levels, trying to make her trait negative. I mean, if Bree is trait negative, the Order won't want her. We couldn't find anything in here about what the ceremony is or what it does, but it can't be good if Bree's dad was trying this hard to fix her. This also makes us really scared that they have Bree.
Yeah, the graphs?
Yeah, the graphs, right. Well, there was also a stack of graphs that are like a reading or a monitor thingy. Bottom line, the graphs show Bree's levels.
Which we sent to Taylor.
Right. We sent them to Taylor. Jonas and I figured that we should get another eye, a new opinion on what the barcode marks are on the graphs.
Okay, so here's the deal. Last week, Bree made these videos looking for new recruits. Then all of a sudden, this survey shows up on the Hymn of One website, people fill it out, and then the chosen few get these invitations to show up, to audition, to be a part of this freak group. And now we're in this park with this guy in a black suit handing out invitations. It's weird. Alright, so this is what the invitation looks like. It was given to us by someone here at the park, and it gives the address of where the seminar is going to be. So guess what? We're on our way there right now.
It's a very exciting day. We're waiting for the Hymn of One's new recruits to enter the hotel for their big seminar. And we kind of hope Bree might show since she's in all the new recruit videos.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll be here to tell the newbies how great her life is now that she's with the AHFO.
Can we get something to eat after this? Because I'm starving.
Baby. That's Carl and Sonia, right? Look.
Yeah.
They're weird looking.
And they're merry friends. Do you know who that is?
No.
No idea. Oh, come here. What'd you guys find? What'd you find? What'd you find?
We were so close to being spotted by the Hymn of One crew. They might have seen Sarah.
They didn't see me.
You sure?
They didn't see me.
Are you sure?
I'm positive they didn't see me.
So they're definitely here?
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. I mean, how long does it take to sing a song?
Dude, do you think that maybe like they exited out of a different place, another building or something? You sure you didn't get seen, Sarah?
Sure?
Are you sure you didn't get seen? Do they look familiar?
Go get them.
Right?
Go get them. Go get them. Yes,
Yeah,
go.
Just act normal, I guess.
Normal?
They're coming right here.
Okay, just don't sing any songs.
So, yeah, we missed the meeting. We just kind of wanted to know anything about it, really.
They taught us how to hear our own song.
Really? Man, I wish I would have been there to know what happened inside, just get to see everything. It's too bad.
I snuck a camera in there. I mean, if you guys want the footage.
What?
Seriously?
Yeah.
You would do that?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So we got home and looked at the footage that guy gave us. Here it is. Check it out for yourself.
And then we'll get started as soon as everyone has a seat.
Welcome to our Hymn of One seminar.
My name's Jennifer, and I like a lot of different kinds of music. I like instrumental, like Beethoven. I'm fond of Amy Winehouse, and like Coldplay. I remember when I first came to my Hymn of One seminar, I sat in the back and I tried to concentrate on what the brothers and sisters were saying. Felt an indescribable, unbelievable sense of all is well. And I had an amazingly beautiful song in my head.
My name is Chris, and I too, like Barbara, I found my eternal song here through the Hymn of One. I came to the seminar, I was sitting here, and the whole time I was just so skeptical, so cynical. I kept laughing under my breath at things, just kind of thinking I knew it all. It's kind of weird to even describe, but when I was going home, I felt like I had this incredible moment of clarity. I just felt like, I feel weird even saying it, but I felt like everything around me, like the people, the cars, like even, like almost like the whole universe was calling out to me and just telling me that this was my eternal song. Like at that moment, I felt at peace. I felt like everything was going to be okay. So guys, I found my eternal song, and I really, really hope that you guys will find it too.
Beneath the Blue Stone. I guess this is where we're supposed to be. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me explain. Bree's 2 Hymn of One recruitment videos, they were pretty strange, right? There was a clue in them. You take the first letter of the first word of each sentence and it spells out Help Her Friday Beneath the Blue Stone. We weren't really sure what that meant until yesterday. Those people there from the seminar, well, they received this flyer and they said they got it beneath the blue stone. Well, the flyer had a phone number on it, so we called it last night. But here's the bizarre thing. It was a weird message and we really couldn't understand what it was saying, but what I did make out from it is that I think this is the place we're supposed to be.
After tracking down the location as deciphered by the odd Hymn of One video advertisements and clues they picked up at the seminar, the trio spot Bree in the back of a limo. As Sarah distracts a watcher, Jonas and Daniel make a break for the limo, forcefully grab Bree, throw her in the back of their car, and speed away. A few days later, we see the after effects of the apparent mental brainwashing Bree had undergone during her time with the Hymn of One.
Sing your eternal song.
Do you hear how quiet it is? Why would anyone who says they're someone's best friend lock them in a room? Where am I? I remember you. Stop!
They say that they don't trust me anymore.
I don't trust them either. Can't believe I just said that.
Okay, first, let me just start off by saying how happy and relieved we are to have Bree back. I know she went online last night, and I know she posted a video, and it's obvious that she's still pretty Hymn of One-ish, but seems like somewhere deep down she's trying to fight it. Hey, Bree? Bree? Look, I know what you're probably thinking. Why didn't we get a professional exit counselor? Well, we don't want to drag somebody else into this. No way, forget that. I mean, it's too risky. Truth is, we've been here for a few days and have made very little progress. So, we went online and we came up with our own program.
There's no Hymn of One. Bree, there is no eternal song.
Yes, there is.
Bree, listen to me. They're using you. The
No.
order is using you. There is no Hymn of One.
No.
Bree, look at me.
Daniel, stop!
Yes, I'm Daniel, that's right. Remember me. Remember what they do to you.
No.
Bree, there's no eternal song. Bree, don't. I can't do anything. I gotta go.
Hey, Bree.
Hello, Bree.
Would you like some goldfish?
Hey,
Oh.
what are you doing?
It works with Colossus.
She's not a ferret?
It's a good view. A lot of trees. Birds.
Hello, Bree. Oh, there, you smiled. You smiled. Do you see that? Do you see that? Hello, Bree.
Stop.
What? No. Hold on. Ready? I'm underworld. There it is. There it is. Come on, smile. Bree. Bree, come on. Bree.
Jonas, how's tickling gonna help the programmer, man?
Huh?
Nothing.
Bree. Bree. I got you. What? Good job, dude.
After their attempts to reach Bree, Jonas vents more frustration, commenting on how very little Daniel seems to care about having Bree back, as compared to how much time he and Sarah seem to be spending in each other's company. In response to Jonas's accusations, Daniel uploads his own angry video in which he rants about how he feels his friend might be taking advantage of Bree's fragile mental state for his own romantic gain. We see that even after all this time, the boys are still at odds with each other in their rivalry over Bree's affections. Sarah decides to spy on Bree and Jonas as they spend time together on the back patio. She captures the two kissing quite passionately and then addresses the camera in her own mischievous way.
Good morning. Cheers. So I just ran into Daniel like 5 seconds ago in the kitchen. Thanks for the coffee. And thanks for the heads up. I found out about the Sarah find. And yeah, I guess maybe I should be pissed on some level, but I'm really not. I mean, I actually think it's kind of cool that my first kiss with Bree was recorded. Posterity. Daniel, I noticed the cold shoulder. Look, I mean, if you're not gonna talk to me, then I'm gonna talk to you through this. Look, man, I wish you would get over it. I mean, you say you're over it, but that's not the way you're acting. Come on, man. This is a good thing. This is a really good thing. You know Bree. And if she's allowing me to get this close to her, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. You know, I don't know why you're trying to make me feel bad. Look, I know this, man. This is our old Bree. She's out from under their power. Don't you get that? She's back. I know it because I can see it in her eyes, man. I can see it. I've never been more sure about anything in my whole life.
After his euphoric musing about his time with Bree, Jonas discovers that she has once again disappeared when he checks in on her after commenting that she is taking unusually long in the shower. After discovering that Bree is once again missing, Daniel, Sarah, and Jonas begin an immediate search. Daniel and Jonas erupt into an argument after Jonas accuses Daniel of leading them in circles. In anger, Jonas strikes out on his own when he receives a text message from Taylor. She triangulated a cell phone signal inside the woods close to where the trio had been searching. Jonas heads out to the location but finds nothing. In despair and frustration, he returns back to the cabin. In retaliation against Jonas's anger, Sarah uploads a video telling him that he is deluding himself. Just because he and Bree had been intimate doesn't mean that it was anything more than that and that he needs to get over himself. Sarah says that if he thinks that he and Bree are in love, he may be in for a rude awakening. Hurt feelings and unnecessary emotional attachments will not help them find the girl. After several days out in the wilderness, Bree uploads a video in which she details what her final decision is concerning her friends and the Hymn of One.
Does any of this look familiar to anybody? Someone please come get me. I didn't think I'd last this long out here, not by myself. I've had a ton of time to think. I've done nothing but think. I've thought about my mom and my dad and my friends, and I can't take it anymore. I want out.
After Bree posted that video, the order picked her up and whisked her away. Daniel, Jonas, and Sarah heard the helicopters. I guess it looks like Bree's gonna do the ceremony, but we don't know where or when. All we know is that we can't let her go through with it. Look, guys, I know she goes on and on about how happy she is when she's with them, but honestly, I don't believe her.
Taylor then tells us that she thinks the best way to track down Bree and prevent her from doing the ceremony is to follow the various clues left by her father. More specifically, some documents within the container found by Jonas, Sarah, and Daniel that were headed by various barcodes. Most interesting were the codes on the graphs that monitored Bree's injections her father was supplying her with, trying to make her trait negative. Taylor discovers that the barcodes gave her the name of something called the Wyman Foundation near San Diego. Using the lead provided by Taylor, the boys and Sarah head down to San Diego in search of a Dr. Isaac Gilman, a name found by Daniel after re-inspecting the contents of the container. Arriving at the Wyman Foundation, Daniel decides to pull the same ruse of going undercover as a doctor, the same way he did while trying to retrieve Julia's medical records back in Texas in order to locate Dr. Gilman. The staff at the Wyman Foundation received Daniel with a lot of hostility, telling him that they've never heard of Gilman and threatening the young man with arrest if he didn't leave the property immediately. After leaving defeated, the trio decide to ask the viewers for help in finding information on Dr. Gilman.
Taylor worked with Op Ladybug and other people on the forum to find information on Isaac Gilman. They found this blog that says he plays tennis at the La Jolla Health and Tennis Club, so here we are.
It's a very shishi place.
And they offer a free one-day trial for potential customers. So we decided to take advantage of this offer while quietly asking around if anybody knows who this Gilman guy is. And there he goes.
I don't know what she's gonna tell me, but it's gotta be huge because when I mentioned Bree's name, all the color just drained from her face. You know, and she shared with me privately that she's got information that links Bree, the Order, and this Isaac Gilman all together. But there's a problem. I don't know what this Gilman guy shared with her, but it can't be good because, I mean, if she just knows 1% of 1% of 1% of what's going on here, her life could be in danger.
Now back in the hands of the Hymn of One and the Order, Bree continues to take part in the propaganda-like ads the cult like to put out in hopes of gaining new recruits. Meanwhile, the boys and Sarah show up to their meeting with a health spa owner. In the meeting, the woman reveals that she was Dr. Gilman's mistress. She also tells them that Gilman had been a close colleague of Andrew Avery, Bree's father. The two seem to be diligently working on a serum that would render Bree and all those like her irreversibly trait negative, therefore making them useless to the Order. It also seems that Dr. Gilman was killed in a car wreck while en route to pick up his son. In his next upload, Jonas details what he plans to do with the information Dr. Gilman's mistress provided them.
I realize there isn't much we can do right now about finding Bree. The linchpin is this Spencer Gilman guy. But thanks to our fans, we did find his MySpace page over the weekend. Unfortunately, there's not much on it. However, he is 22, he lives in LA, and works as a scientist for Neutrogena. Daniel, Sarah, and I, we emailed him like non-stop over the weekend. No luck. I friended him though, so he didn't think I was a complete psycho. Until he contacts us, our hands are really tied. This might sound selfish, but I just can't be around their closeness right now. I just can't. So I've decided to take a trip to Zavala, Texas by myself. I'm gonna stay with Taylor. She's out of school now, so it's perfect. And I know what you're thinking, right? 1,500 miles? Yeah. But I really think I could use that drive time to just think. And it's great. I mean, it's gonna be great because Taylor and I can just focus all of our energies on this Spencer Gilman guy. I'm starting to realize how crucial his father is in all this. I mean, they killed Bree's dad just to stop him from giving her the compound. I am just praying that the secret on how to make this compound still lives with the son, Spencer. Yeah, if not, then this could be the end of the line. But I am not giving up on this guy anytime soon. My greatest fear is that my last goodbye to Bree is gonna be in a vlog.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
Daniel wishes Jonas good luck in Texas and explains that he and Sarah will continue to try and contact Spencer Gilman on their end. However, the audience sees that in addition to trying to get a hold of Spencer, Sarah and Daniel also use their alone time to get significantly closer. To squarely round out the cast of Season 1, we now formally are introduced to Spencer Gilman, Dr. Isaac Gilman's brilliant but socially awkward son. In his first YouTube upload, Spencer responds to the various attempts to contact him by the quartet. Spencer indicates that although he is sympathetic to their plight in finding Bree, there is very little he can do to help them. He has no knowledge of Andrew Avery and even less of an idea of any serum that Avery and his father might have been working on. Lastly, because of the recent death of his father, Spencer asked the group to stop trying to contact him and let him just grieve in peace. With his next upload, Jonas responds to Spencer as well as to try and make an appeal for his help.
Hey Spencer, I want to talk to you directly. Look man, I watched your last video. I listened to what you have to say, and believe me, I know where you're coming from. You got this regular, normal life going, and I think that's cool. But I wish I had that. But the thing is, we wouldn't come to you unless we really needed your help. You know, you and me, we're a lot alike. And I know we have one thing in common. See, I lost my dad too. And I think your dad died for the same exact reason as mine. The Order. I know it's weird for some stranger to just go babbling on to you about all this crazy shit, but I'm telling you the truth. We need your help. Look, if you don't believe me, just check out the latest Him of One video. I think she's in a lot of trouble, man, and we could really, really use your help. Thanks.
Sarah uploads a video detailing how she's becoming very weary of Daniel. Much like Bree, she chides him on being too clingy. She expresses her desire not to be a modern-day Mrs. Cleaver, as she puts it. Later on, after Jonas and Taylor announce that they are on their way back to California, we find that Daniel and Sarah are on a pier of some kind after receiving encoded messages from an anonymous source.
It has taken us forever to find this place. You know what? Honestly, I could use a siesta.
Sarah!
I don't think we were followed. And that's good. But you're probably wondering where we are. Well, somebody inside the Hymn of One or the Order is definitely helping us out, because there was yet another secret message in Bree's latest vid. These friends of ours picked up on the latest secret message in Bree's vid. You know, the part with the weird voice in the background that's saying, look back, look back? Well, if you actually did look back at the last word that Bree said before the freaky look back, then you would know that that word is a clue.
Gross.
Open it.
Well, okay. It's really stuck. I am a genius. What is it? Open it. Come on. Yeah? So?
Isaac Gilman. How the hell does papers wind up here?
I don't know.
Looks like a bunch of science stuff.
It's probably his research.
That's what I meant.
Calm down. Here, let me see it. I can tell you what it is.
Stop!
Just let me... Ooh.
You're an idiot!
I'm so sorry. Oh my god, get it.
When we next encounter Spencer, he explains that some of the documents found on the pier by Daniel and Sarah were directly addressed to him. He commences to read some of the contents of the letters.
It's dated December 15th, 2006. I hope this letter finds its way to you, Spencer. So, there were a bunch of other papers in that plastic box. Quite a few documents that describe my dad's research. The bummer is that some of those documents, which might have had some information that could help your friend Bree, were water damaged. Look, I know I said I didn't want to get involved in all this stuff, but after reading my dad's papers, I kind of feel like it's the right thing to do. My dad would want me to help you guys. Listen, Daniel, I know you don't think anyone can ever read those papers, but I don't know, maybe I can make out some of it. I mean, it is my dad who wrote it, and I happen to be a scientist. So, I don't know, maybe you can post it and... I mean, I don't mean to bug you, like, you should do it right now, but, you know, maybe later this morning or today, and then tonight when I get home from work, I can look at it. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm probably the best person to interpret my dad's writings.
After Taylor, Daniel, Sarah, and Jonas all meet back up, they arrange a rendezvous point with Spencer. Afterwards, Spencer and Taylor do their best to try and decipher the water damage document. They have limited success, only managing to decipher portions hinting that certain circles within the order believe the only thing that will render a person trait negative is the breaking of their so-called purity bond, which Spencer shrugs off as superstitious nonsense. Daniel updates, explaining that after receiving a mysterious text message from a Deep Throat-like informant within the Hymn of One, which tells Daniel to meet them at a specific location in downtown San Diego at dusk. Daniel shows up and proceeds to explain more about the damaged document and the info gleaned from it.
So after we put it all together, Dr. Gilman's letter explained a ton of stuff to us. There is, of course, all the info about the serum and how it's the only way to make Bree trait negative. But the biggest thing that we learned is that we need a small amount of blood from a trait positive girl like Bree in order to make this serum. Now that's all good to know, but how are we supposed to get a hold of this blood? So it appears that the meeting location is in a dark alleyway. A very, very dark alleyway. If I don't return and you find this, remember, box between 21st and 22nd in Idaho and Montana, south to north, count 3 brown bins, make a left. Actually, one looks kind of green to me, but whatever. Hello? Hello? Is anyone here? Hello? Why am I here? Oh,
Turn off the camera.
Why?
I said turn off the camera.
It's cool, it's off.
Come closer. I've received some information about your friend Bree. You won't be able to reach her. They put Bree in a lockdown. The ceremony will be within a month.
Who gave you this information?
Turn around and walk back to your car.
You can't just lay this on me and not expect me to ask questions. This gives us nothing.
Time's ticking.
After getting the message from the Deep Throat operative as relayed by Daniel, Spencer reveals that he too has been contacted by what he calls an inside mole. He now believes he knows how to obtain the blood samples mentioned in Gilman's documents. The group then hatch a plan to infiltrate the Wyman Foundation. Taylor hacks into the building's schematics and is able to bypass its security systems, while Spencer provides crucial passcodes to get through heavily guarded hatchways. With this preparation, Jonas and Daniel successfully break into the building through its roofing ducts and gain entry into its inner research laboratories. It is here that the group's third and possibly most valuable resource reveals herself. We see that Jonas's Aunt Alex had been the group's secret contact this entire time. However, she is separate from Deep Throat. It is Alex that ultimately helped them obtain the blood samples they so desperately needed.
So, I am on my way to a place that will remain nameless, and I'll probably be there for a very long time. Before I go, though, I wanted to clear the air and say that I'm sorry about what happened to you guys in Vegas. I take full responsibility for what that shadow member did to you, and I'm really, 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 really sorry. Now that my loyalties have realigned themselves, so to speak, I wanted to give you guys some advice as you begin your new search for Bree. You're not safe. These men will be following you if they haven't started already. They're called shadows. They're the bodyguards of the elders. They're physically augmented by a variety of pharmaceuticals, modafinil, anabolic steroids, amphetamines. They don't need to sleep, and they're stronger and faster than the average person. This does come at a cost, though, which is that most of them don't make it past the age of 30. Shadow members can be distinguished from other people by the Omicron tattoo on their forearm. In the center of the Omicron lies an upside-down tau. Watch out for these men. They are maniacs. This gentleman is a watcher. He's part of a 20-member team whose only mission is to protect girls like Bree. They have no knowledge whatsoever of the ceremony. They've never even heard of it. They're members of the Hymn of One, and they don't know anything about the Order, its intentions, its makeup. They don't even know the Order exists. Be that as it may, Watchers will absolutely use violence if violence is used first, and if that's the case, watch out. These guys make Marine Corps look like Quakers. Seriously, Watchers are identifiable by this tattoo. It's similar to an order symbol, but you guys should know that already. Remember what Gemma told you a long time ago? One last note about the shadows. They will never leave the side of an elder unless they're given permission to do so. If that happens, be far away. They're the Earth's true menace. But you knew that already. You've already been in their company. I'm sorry that my farewell hasn't been more uplifting, but it is imperative that you know the danger that you're getting into. And I just hope that your friendship with Bree is worth it, because the danger that you're inviting upon yourself could cost you your lives.
With help from Taylor, Spencer uses his expertise at pharmaceutical chemical engineering as well as his father's in-depth research to attempt to synthesize a serum. Shortly thereafter, the Hymn of One post another of their propaganda-like ads, but this time seem to confirm that the ceremony is in fact imminent.
Something's coming. My life is about to change. I've crossed over and feel ready to accept all the wonderful things in life.
Bree's ceremony is something to celebrate. The Hymn of One sings with you as you move to the next level of your enlightenment. She of the divine pillar.
4 women support the sky above me. I feel so blessed to have been chosen. There is nothing I cannot face. It is such an honor.
Your song will be heard in every corner of the universe. The walking steps.
Lafafaf, Kadam, Zarna, Zarzilg, Zingin, Ziraka, Zirkle. My song will carry in every direction.
Bree is ready. Are you? Perhaps one day you will hold my hand, and together we will take the walking steps. Perhaps one day you'll be ready for all the wonderful things in this life.
Perhaps it is time to find your eternal song.
Something is coming.
Something is coming.
Something's coming for me. I hope that one day it'll come for you too.
Something noteworthy that fans have pointed out is that at the very end of the ad, under the Hymn of One logo, we see a quote that reads, "We place no reliance on virgin or pigeon. Our method is science. Our aim is religion." Now this happens to be a direct quote from none other than Aleister Crowley himself. The group find that the lab Spencer and Taylor had been using to try and synthesize a serum had been broken into and ransacked. Even though the Shadows stole most of Gilman's notes and nearly all their equipment, the serum prototype that Spencer had prepared remained locked away, much to the group's relief.
Okay, so I couldn't sleep last night. Kept having the same dream over and over. I wake up screaming, but I can't remember much. I just remember I was losing something really important to me. And today's the day we have to find Bree before she does the ceremony, so we have the serum now. We think it's gonna work, but I just don't even know. We're not sure what's gonna happen. Hold on.
I'm not gonna chase you anywhere.
Sarah!
Stop. No.
Jonas!
That is ridiculous. Stop. 5 minutes and then I'll give you the keys.
We don't have time for this. Just give me the keys. We don't have time.
Hey, bro, get off her, man! What are you doing?
Give me the...
Shoot!
Do something about this. She won't give me the keys.
Okay, well that's not gonna help. Just give him the keys.
You know what? You're just being an asshole. No one's even listening to me.
You're a
Come
brat.
on, Taylor, now.
Dude, what's going on?
I have no idea.
Okay, look, guys. No, look.
What?
Listen to me.
What?
Sarah and I talked last night, and we don't want to go through with this.
Well, then don't come, but we have to go. Come on.
Jonas, will you just listen
No,
to me?
we don't have time.
Daniel.
Come on. Where's Sarah? Where's Spencer? Where is everybody?
Can we please talk about this?
No.
It's not smart. You guys just go after her. You don't know where she is.
Maybe then this is too much for you to handle. Jonas is good. Taylor, look. I'm sorry, but you're 16 years old.
Bree was only a year older than me. You think she's handling it better?
Come on, man, let's go. Spencer!
Daniel, wait.
What do you want now?
Oh, listen.
What?
I just, okay, you know what? Can you just give me a minute?
Well, then hurry up.
All right. I don't want you to go.
Why are you doing this now? What?
Because this whole thing is just stupid, okay? I don't care about Bree, okay? I care about you, and I care about my sister. Okay?
Well, then don't.
You know what? Just give me a minute. You know what? Just screw Bree and screw you two, okay?
Fine, screw us.
You know
Whatever.
what? No, just listen to me, okay? Don't you get it? Bree doesn't care about anybody but herself. She is manipulating you. Daniel, she doesn't love you. You are the best friend.
You're the only manipulative person out here, and you're wasting my time.
Sorry,
Let's go.
Jesus. Daniel, wait.
What?
Go after her.
How long do you think this will take?
You guys found anything yet? What was in Deep Throat's message?
No, I'm still on the form trying to crack it. Sarah, what are you doing? Sarah! Sarah!
You know what? There's nothing, okay, on that forum, and there's probably nothing in Santa Monica. I don't know why we're bothering. Sarah! No, it's time to go home. What? Yes, it's time to go home.
You always do this.
What?
You always back out at the last minute, you know that? I'm not even sure why you're here still. Really, why'd you come?
So I can see you fail.
Oh, whatever.
You know what? Tell me something, Daniel.
What?
What's so special about her?
She's my best friend. What's so special about you?
Cute friends.
Yeah.
Sad.
Just go home. We don't even need you here.
You know what? I don't need you either. That's not true. You stay out of it. What? Why don't you just go and talk to Jonas? What is that supposed to mean? You know.
That guy's battery's fixed. What'd you go? Find
Are you
anything?
coming?
What, where are you going?
Home.
You can't go home? You can't go home. Why? Wait a minute. Come here, talk to me. What's wrong? What's going on?
I don't know. Look, Jonas, what is so special about Bree?
What does that mean?
Well, we don't know where to find her. We don't know if we can trust this Deep Throat person, and still you guys refuse to quit. You don't even know if she's still alive. Are you coming, Taylor? Let's go. Stay.
Wait a minute, stop. Listen to me, okay? I'm gonna tell you I'm not giving up because this Deep Throat person might be bullshit. Alright, but it's all we got. Alright? And I can't possibly quit on her when there's just a little bit of hope. How could you ask me to do that? Seriously, I mean, what if it was you?
Hey! Found something.
What is it?
People on the forum, they decoded the message. They know where the meeting's going to be. Don't worry about it. Let's go. We got to get there by 11. Let's go.
Okay.
Come on, get in.
Guys.
What?
Guys.
What?
Guys.
What?
Look. God.
Oh, crap! Go! Go! Get in!
What are you doing? Get in the car. Get in the car now. Get in the car.
Go!
Taylor, get down!
I'm getting down. I'm sorry.
Everybody relax. Head downtown, man. I am heading.
Are you guys sure that that's him?
I think it is. Hang on, everyone! Shit, watch out! Hang on!
Daniel!
You alright?
Yeah. Come on,
girls, come on! Sarah,
Come on,
I'm okay.
let's go! Let's go!
Spencer, hurry up, man! Hurry up!
Where are we gonna go?
I don't know.
Hurry, come on! Go!
Come on.
Go!
Open door right here! Everyone get in! Everyone get in!
Where are we gonna go? Where do we hide? Where are we gonna hide?
I don't know, follow me, come on, let's go!
Hey, is the computer okay?
Yeah, it should be fine. It's in its padded carrier.
We crashed the car. Right when we left the coffee shop, someone started chasing us.
You sure?
He's here.
Go!
destroyed the lab last week.
Get down, what are you doing? I mean, then we can take it. Never mind.
Look at what?
Keep it down, would you? We have should get down. What are you doing?
I've been in here for an hour. I think we gotta move. We gotta move.
No, it's not a good idea. He's still out there.
Yes.
No, if we stay in here, eventually he's going to find us. Yeah, and if we go out there, he's going to Sarah.
Listen. Keep walking across the thing right now. This is the chance, okay?
Jerry, are you sure this is the place?
Yes, this is it.
Okay, so we read the forum and we know that Jonas, Daniel, Sarah, Taylor, and Spencer are trapped inside this warehouse.
We gotta go.
Hey, Jerry, wait, shh, hey, let me do this my way, okay? Now, Jerry here found me on the forum. That was about an hour ago. He said he knew where this warehouse was. That was after the 11 a.m. video was posted. It's been about an hour. It's about 12 noon. And we gotta get in there before it's too late. We gotta hurry, because there's still a watcher around here somewhere. Come on, Jerry, let's go.
Nikki, you sure we should be doing this?
He's still here.
This is insane.
Be careful.
Nikki, I don't think this is a good idea anymore. We should get out of here. Nikki, come on.
Find him in here.
I don't know. We're a couple of sitting ducks. Let's get out of there.
Good idea.
Nikki, look. That's where they were hiding.
Jerry.
Oh, fuck.
Let's go this way.
He's coming this way. He's coming right for us. Nikki, hide. Get behind the door. Shit. Oh my god, I don't want to die. What the fuck is he thinking? This is stupid. Shit.
Waiting for Daniel to get back from his meeting or pickup or whatever it ends up being. You know, the instructions for him were very specific, and Beast was supposed to go along. I wish we could have gone with him, but that's the way it is. Okay, so when we were completely trapped in the warehouse by the Watcher, thankfully Nikki B went down to the carousel and she found the woman on the blue horse, which gave her another coded message. That coded message gave us our second location, which is the St. Monica statue, which is at the end of Wilshire Boulevard. This thing better have the location of the ceremony, because, I mean, quite frankly, We're running out of time. Okay, so we've moved to the backup meeting spot. If it took longer than 15 minutes.
We need to find like a taxi or something right now. The place where they're having the ceremony is in the middle of nowhere. Let's go. Let's go.
Wait!
We don't have time to waste.
We're in big trouble!
What?
The container of the serum is broken.
What? What?
Are you guys, it's not his fault. Okay?
Dude, what the hell?
I'm sorry.
It must have broken in the crash.
Look, is there any way we can get another one?
Yes.
We don't have time to get another one.
Stop, let him talk. Spencer, can we get another one?
There's another vial back at my friend's lab.
What the hell are you keeping one there for?
No, I just make a backup of everything I do.
It's a good thing to have a backup. Obviously, we need it.
Okay, look, somebody's gonna have to go.
I'll go.
No,
Yeah,
you're not
I'll
going.
go. I can go.
We're not gonna trust you with the fragile vial of the serum.
You know what? Those papers falling in the water.
Sarah,
I'm tired of fighting. I'm sick of you blaming me for
Daniel,
that.
we need you here. And besides, I think Sarah can handle it, right?
Yes, I can. What? No, yes, I can handle it. Just give me the address, okay? Ceremony and the lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't screw up.
I won't. Sarah, be careful.
Why do you guys keep dicking around? We have no time.
Don't you get it? She doesn't even care if we find Bree.
What are you talking about?
Dude, she's a rat.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Dude, she's sabotaging the whole thing. What do you think?
Look, you're doubting her right now?
Yes, I'm doubting her. She's not coming back with the serum.
Listen to me.
How can you trust
We have to trust her, all right, man? Look, I had my doubts about her before too, but the clock is ticking, man. We have to trust her. Daniel.
Okay, so we're here in this hangar because Daniel met Deep Throat at location number 2, and she gave us this address. She also gave us a bunch of random numbers. How's it going? Yeah, that's what I thought. Daniel, sometimes the answer isn't the answer, man. Okay, look at this place. I don't see any numbers. I don't see any doors. I don't see anything but an empty.
Just calm down!
There's nothing here.
Dude, we can all see this place is empty. Well, as Jonas said, we're in this huge empty hangar, and we have no idea what we're doing, which sucks. I mean, this is the right location, I know it. It's just that Spencer thinks we're missing something. And he's probably right. And we still haven't heard from Sarah, so we're hoping that no news is good news. Bottom line, she's my friend, and what I said before was ridiculous. My feelings are just, let's say, complicated.
And it had 8 massive engines with giant 17-foot propellers.
And it was made of wood.
And it weighed 300,000 pounds.
I could have sworn I just heard something.
What would you hear?
What?
Shh.
Well, it's pretty echoey in here. It's probably just us.
I don't think it was us. That's not what I heard.
I heard something too.
You guys. Shh.
What, dude? Spence? Spence, what are you doing?
The numbers aren't numbers to a combination like we thought. 261.63 equals middle C. 493.88 equals middle B. Yeah. 293.66 equals middle D. 392.00 equals middle G. And 493.88 refers to middle B again.
I don't. CBDGB. I don't understand. What does that mean, Spence?
They're musical notes. I can program these into my phone, and then we can hear it. C, B, D, G, B.
What was that?
So those musical notes that Spencer programmed into his phone ended up opening a trapdoor in the ground, which led us down here into this underground maze. We've been completely lost, but it kind of looks like a medical facility. We're pretty sure that Bree is here somewhere.
She's here. She asked me.
It's the doctor's office. What the hell, man? I know the ceremony's today. I'm telling you right now, the message said it was gonna be today. Why isn't anyone here?
Empty rooms. She's gotta be here somewhere. No. Right here.
There's no one.
There's nothing in the doctor's office. What is this, Spence? Disengage. Don't touch. Are you sure? Yes. Can you disengage it in any way?
I'll look at it.
Hey, let's just keep moving.
Stop.
Think about it. Just wait. Think about it for 2 seconds. I'm gonna rush in there too, but we can't. You don't know who else is in there. Stop for 2 seconds. Stop. Come on. Calm down. Man, I should have never got rid of that gun. Dude, what?
Jonas! Daniel, no! Jonas! Oh my God! Daniel! Oh my God!
Jonas!
Daniel!
Okay.
Gotcha. I got you. Okay. Hang on. Okay. I'm gonna have to sit you down, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna go over here.
Okay.
Okay, I got you. Hang on. Right over here. Okay.
Shit. Okay.
I got you. Okay. Oh, and you're bleeding everywhere. Okay. They're coming. Jonas. Stop. Jonas, are you okay?
Yep. Where's Dan?
I don't know. I think he's out.
Are you okay? Are you hurt? Are you hurt?
No.
Sure.
You're the one who got stabbed, okay? I'm fine. Please, don't die on me. Please, don't die.
Taylor, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I brought you here. I'm sorry I brought you here. You guys are involved with this?
No. Oh my God, you're bleeding everywhere.
No, listen to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Stop talking. Stop.
You were happy in Texas. You were normal and you're 16 years old. God,
No,
I'm sorry.
No, I
I'm
wasn't.
so sorry.
I wasn't happy, okay?
God.
Okay, I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad
I'm
I'm
sorry. Shh. I'm sorry.
Stop talking.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay.
Where's Sarah? Is she here?
Don't know. She hasn't texted me back yet.
Okay.
Keep pressure.
Okay.
Okay. Look, Jonas, you know you can trust us, all right?
Yeah.
Both of us.
No,
Okay.
she'll come through. I know she will.
Oh my God.
You know what? I know that you didn't get to know Bree very well. She's really gonna like you.
Okay, stop talking. You need to rest. Okay. Keep pressure. Stay with me, Jonas. Stay with me. Jonas. Shh.
What?
Someone's home. Someone's coming. Okay, stay. Shh. Oh my God, they're outside.
Thank God, there you are. We gotta go. The shadows are gone. Come on, need help? Let's go.
Okay, we're gonna make you stand, okay?
Okay.
Careful.
We gotta move.
Don't move. Don't move. Stay right there. Daniel, how are you on those paper towels?
Oh my God.
Daniel!
It's all I got. It's all I can find, man. It's all I can find. Hang in there, dude. Hang in. Ow! Hey, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Just hang on. Did you guys hear that? You hear that? Shit!
Sarah!
Come right over there. Go.
Look, okay, so I got you as much gauze tape as I could find. And I also found you some of the sutures and the lidocaine.
Thank you.
So, oh my god. Oh my god.
It's okay. It's okay. The knife just hit your ribs. All the bleeding is coming from an artery in your skin.
Don't even tell. You're gonna be alright. Don't worry. You're gonna be alright.
You're gonna be just fine.
Don't look. What's it look like? Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't worry. Come on, man. Hurry up. Spencer, you know what you're doing here? You got it? Let's do it. Alright. Hold tight, buddy. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. Look, you're alright. You're alright. It's over, man. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Stitches are only temporary, but this will do for right now.
Thanks, man. You alright?
You okay?
Yeah. Let's find Bree. Let's go.
Is that Bree? Oh my god, yeah, that's Bree. Oh my god. Oh my god, she's dying. Oh my god.
Where are Daniel and Jonas?
I gotta go.
Sarah, you cannot go in there alone. Where are Jonas and Daniel?
In there.
Daniel, hurry!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Bree! Oh my god! Bree! Bree! Oh! Bree! Bree!
We made it out of there. Whatever that place was, I don't even remember. She's dead. I'm so sorry. I did everything I could for you.
Bree, this girl that I don't even know anything about. I think at first I did it to get away from my mom. I guess finding Bree was my excuse to leave home and leave all the fighting. And it was exciting and fun. It was fun because Jonas was with me. But now, it's like he's not even here anymore. He hasn't said anything. Nothing seems to matter to him anymore. I wanted to be there when Jonas found Bree. I know it sounds awful, but I knew that we couldn't save her. Whatever we had on our side, it was never going to be enough. I mean, we're just a bunch of kids. So I wanted to be there when he realized that she was gone. I guess I thought that maybe he'd finally see me. But I think when Bree died, it's like she took him with her. He's empty and emotionless. He isn't Jonas anymore.
Jonas! Jonas! Get up! She died for you! I trusted you!
Daniel, stop!
Shut up! Fucking stuck with her! Get out of my face! No! It's his fault! Get out of my face! I don't want my gun back! Get off of me!
Wherever you are, you know what? You won. Okay? Daniel was always yours. And I can't compete with a ghost. The memories that you and Daniel have, they're yours forever, and you know what? They're pure and they're innocent. Like a child that never grew up. But I'm still part of this fucked up world. And you know, it's not perfect like the one that you and Daniel had. So I'm just gonna stop trying to compete with you. Because I'm never gonna win. So have him. He's yours. I guess love just isn't enough sometimes.
After the day's horrific events, Daniel has fled. Sarah and Taylor tell Spencer to inform Jonas that they too are going home. We find Jonas staring out into the black ocean. As he holds his cell phone in his hand, he tells the viewers that Bree had recorded one last message for her friends. And as the season closes, we finally learn that Bree had in fact not betrayed the people that she came to view as her family. This was her final farewell.
Hey guys, it's me. Right now I'm sitting on a rock not too far from the cabin and thinking about all of you and all of this, just everything. This is really hard for me. I've been sitting here trying to figure out what I can say to you that will make you understand why I have to do what I'm about to do. As long as I'm with you guys, you'll never be free. The order isn't gonna let me go, not ever. And if I stay with you, they'll always be out there, waiting and watching. We can't ever really stop them this way. So I've made my decision. I've made the decision that I'm going back. Ceremony. You also need to know that I found something. I don't have it yet, but I'll have it soon. Sorry, I can't go into it right now, but trust me. It is the key to everything. Daniel, I'll be sending you a delayed email when I get back to the Hymn of One. I know what you're thinking. Don't worry, I promise I can figure it out. So, check your email for something from Purple Monkey. I want you guys to promise me something. You have to promise me that you'll find the other girls and help them. I know they're out there and one of them is next. This is so hard. I have so many things I want to say before Daniel, I want you to know how much your friendship means to me and has always meant to me. In my mind, you're even way more than just my friend. You're more like my most favorite, best in the world brother. And I love you forever and ever and ever. And Jonas, now is run back to the cabin and put my arms around you. This last week, and you... You're the most amazing and loving. And I wish that we could always be... Please always know that I love you. I love you with all my heart. Okay? I better go now. Good luck, guys.
And so concludes the story of Bree Avery, the shy, lonely girl we, the audience, came to know and love over the course of a year and a half. However, the story doesn't end here, not by a long shot. But even if the series had ended here, this would be a landmark milestone in the history of not only YouTube, but ARGs as well as the way stories are told, at least as far as the internet is concerned. lonelygirl15 opened up a Pandora's box of possibilities, an untouched frontier for creators and storytellers from every facet and walk of life. Before there was a Slender Man, before there was a Louise Paxton, and way before there ever was an Ash Vlogs, there was lonelygirl15. Bree Avery predates them all, and indeed all of these popular characters in many ways owe their success to this groundbreaking series. This was the template. This was the one that started it all. Now, we've done our best to put all the puzzle pieces in one box, and I must say it was an absolute joy for us to sit back and watch this engaging narrative in order to compile this series of explained videos. To get the chance to enjoy it much like we had the first time and each successive time after. There's just something about the story of ordinary teenagers enduring the angst of life while at the same time being thrown into a nightmare of conspiracy and evil cults that sets the mind adrift. But as stated before, this story has only begun. We've got a long way to go as we continue to explore the lives and adventures of Jonas, Daniel, and Sarah, as well as a host of new characters, exotic locations, and captivating new storylines. Trust me when I say we've only scratched the surface, my friends. Stay tuned because Season 2 Explained is just around the corner. Remember to always question everything and to trust no one, for the order is indeed everywhere. Until next time, you better keep your eyes peeled.